Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bree, and if you're new here, I do reading vlogs and other type bookish content, and I'm just trying to figure out what I enjoy. So I've been testing out a lot of things on this channel, and one of those has been changing up how I do reading vlogs. And so I actually think I decided for going forward, I'm going to be doing weekend reading vlogs. I recently started a new job back in September, I believe, and it's been a bit of an adjustment, and I have a chronic illness as well. So I've decided that I think it would be best if I do weekend reading vlogs and just get cozy and just show you what I'm doing more day in the life. I did a poll to see what people liked more of videos, if they liked themed, day in the life, or just don't care. And majority said day in the life, with a lot of people kind of saying like even between don't care or themed. So because I think this is better for me, this is where we're going forward. So I think what I'm in the mood for right now, I'm going to read Miss Ice Sandwich by Nico Kawakami. And this is just a like slice of life of this boy who really likes the lady who sells sandwiches at a local market, and he's named her Miss Ice Sandwich. And I believe he's supposed to be autistic, and it's just kind of a like look at his life, and I've heard it's really sweet, and a lot of other autistic people have connected with it, so I really do want to read it and experience it myself. And then I also picked up Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Misuki Tsunimara. I need to look up how to pronounce her last name, but I've heard really cute things about this. It seems like a story I'm really gonna like because it's kind of giving me House in the Cerulean Sea vibes, but also like just a magical realism, found family, and like accepting yourself type story, which is something I have realized I'm all about. So I picked this one up, and it's basically some young people, they go to the school, and one day at school they end up pulled into this castle. I'll just read the back. It says, as they struggle to abide by the rules of the game and each other's emotional boundaries, a moving story unfolds of 7 characters trapped in a cycle of misunderstanding and loneliness, who are ultimately set free by the power of friendship, empathy, and sacrifice. So it just seems like something I'm really gonna enjoy. So I picked this up, and I think I want to get to this because I got it recently, and now all I can think about is reading this. So I think these are the two that I kind of had on my radar right now, but I could add more or change it up. But for now, I'm gonna start with Miss Ice Sandwich, and I'll fill you in when I've finished. I also have a ice soy chai here that's really good, so I'm going to be finishing this. I do kind of wish it was hot because it's cold today, but you know. And I've also been obsessed with the Switch and playing some cozy games on there because my seasonal depression has really just come out in full force, and I've just been needing something distracting, and the reading has been something that has been a struggle for me lately. So I've been playing a lot more cozy games, and that has been really fun. So I'll probably do some of that today, and we'll just take you around, you know? Anyway, let's get started. I apologize if you can hear the laundry machine, but I wanted to record this clip before I eat lunch. Got a little Pippy Pie. He likes to perch here. This is just a quick little like slice of life story, and I thought it was really cute. I think it captured like being a kid really well, and also he doesn't always understand certain things, and people are like making fun of the sandwich lady, and he doesn't really understand what they mean when they're saying certain things or why they're saying things. And I just think it really was just like a sweet story. It was very stream of consciousness, which isn't my favorite way to like read a story, but I think with this it worked really well for being a kid and not really fully understanding what's going on. And it's really just about like him finding friendship and also coming to terms with the fact that his grandma's getting older and she's probably going to pass away soon and things like that. And I found it to be a really sweet story, and I did tear up at the end. And I just think it was like a really good look at growing up and friendship, and it's neurodivergent. So I am a fan. I would really recommend it. I think it was a cute, whimsical, like not whimsical, a cute like stream of conscious story. It didn't really have a plot, but I really liked our main character, and I think he's just a really nice perspective to read from. So I enjoyed this, and I'm glad I read it. But now I'm gonna move on to Lonely Castle in the Mirror, I think. We'll see. But right now I have some yellow curry to eat for lunch, and I think I'm gonna lay down and take a little break because I'm feeling tired and kind of like I can feel the shakes starting, which happens when I forget to eat. So it's like 2 o'clock now and I need to eat, so we'll see how I feel after that. But I will check back in later if I am reading a bit more, but I might also play the Switch for a little bit. And I recorded a video, so, and we got some Christmas gifts, so I've had a pretty productive day. So yeah, I will check back in a little bit. Hello. It is a bit later. It looks later than it is, but because it's winter here, it's been getting dark so early, and it makes me just want to go to sleep right now. So I'm trying to find my phone. Anyone else always losing their stuff? Okay. 5:15 right now, so not too late. I ate lunch, and then both Noah and I didn't feel very good. That happens to me more regularly, obviously with my illness, but with Noah, he usually doesn't get sick, so he just has maybe like a stomach bug or something, but he's now playing video games. And so during that time, I did read a bit, but I just kind of relaxed and didn't check in at all. And so I got to page 62 of Lonely Castle in the Mirror, and I'm really liking it so far. It's not quite as like mystical magical as like House in the Cerulean Sea. Like, it's not full fantasy, but it's definitely like a magical realism. I can already see like kind of the commentary that might happen because it's about like these kids who for whatever reasons aren't going to school, and we're following the perspective of Koriko and her like reasonings for not going to school, and like how she ends up in this place with all these other kids, and then she's getting to know them. I already am connecting to it so much. I think that the feelings of loneliness and not fitting in are already so apparent, and I just know that it's just going to be such a sweet story, and I'm really loving it so far. So right now we haven't got very far into it. Basically, she is not going to school, and one day she's like in her bedroom and a door opens, and her mirror turns into like a portal, and then she's in this castle, and this wolf girl tells her and 6 other students, or 6 other kids around her age, that basically they have to search for this key, and the key will lead them to a wishing room, but only one person can win this game basically. But they also have to kind of work together, because if they can't be in the castle past 5 or the wolf will like eat them, but everyone gets punished for it, so they need to work together. But they also don't have to go in the portal if they don't want to, and it's like May, I think, when they go in, and she says they have till March to find the key and the room and everything. So they have like quite a long time to go back and forth, and they can go from like 9 to 5 every day to this place, and they can go like back and forth between the portal at any time during that time. It's already just a sweet story, and is just a look at friendship and loneliness and being a kid and trying to fit in and feeling like you don't. And all the kids, I think, are going to be going through their own different struggles. And so I'm really having a good time, and I'm really happy I picked this up so far. It's been quite a win for me. But now I'm thinking I might play some Switch because I am feeling like it. And just relax for a little bit. I was playing games for a little, and then I'm going to have dinner. And then who knows? But I just want to give a little reading update and tell you that I'm going to be playing video games. Something happened where my background is. Well, okay. How do I know how charged? Oh, 92%.
It's connected, and so it's charging, so you won't know unless you unplug it.
So what's that one?
That's it, if it was unplugged.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just give it a second, just wait. Just stay calm.
It is not. Look.
It's trying to connect because you
asked it. No, it connected to that one.
I know, but this one is trying to connect because you clicked it, and so it needs to go through, and it needs to try to connect, and then you're going to get a pop-up that says, I tried to connect, and I couldn't connect. And then it's going to go away.
Should I turn it off? It's not telling me how much.
I just need you to stop.
61%. I'll plug it back in. But it'll work, right?
Yes! It's been working this whole time. Get out of the Bluetooth menu. You're done. You've been relegated away.
Are you sure? Are you sure it'll work?
Yes, it's working.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to put on your pad. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I forgot we were doing that. Okay. I just thought you were being weird with my hair. I'm crying. Okay. So hello, welcome to Sunday. As you can see, I was editing a little bit, and I still have a while more to go for editing. And I also read this morning a little bit, and then the rest of the day I think I'm just going to hang out. I have some chores and stuff to do. But mainly the goal is to read. And so, as you saw this morning, I read Gathering Moss. I got to page 110, so I have 50 pages left. So I read about 2 chapters. And so far, my favorite chapter has been... jeez. Can you get your words out, Brianna? It's called The Web of Reciprocity, Indigenous Uses of Mosses. So it talks about her trying to figure out what moss was used for originally and having a hard time finding stuff about it, even though a lot of other plants have like stories passed down. Mosses really didn't as much, so she had to do a lot of research, but also just how ways of learning are taught in Indigenous communities, and basically like having to observe your surroundings and understand the plants in nature and what they do, and how a lot of times plants will pop up when like she talks about what's the word, oh God. I know it. Yeah, vervain popped up at her friend's house, and it had never popped up before, and they were just talking about how the friend said that it will pop up for a reason, and then later her niece was diagnosed with liver cancer, and vervain is a good filter of the liver, so by taking it you can help with filtering toxins and stuff out of the liver. And so just talking about how a lot of times why plants are popping up in certain areas, like in streams when they pop up, because a lot of children will go play in the streams and ponds and stuff right after the cold is lifted, and they tend to get a lot of big colds. And then there is a certain flower that pops up that actually is really good with tea to help combat those colds and things like that. And so I just found that chapter so interesting, and it talked a lot about mosses, but it also just wove in a lot of indigenous ways of learning, which I found just super interesting and was just my favorite chapter so far. So I have 50 pages left of that, and then I'm on page 80 of Lonely Castle in the Mirror. I tried to read this at the beginning of the day, but then I thought I need to edit, so I really only read like 10 pages. But again, I'm still really loving this, and I can't wait. I'm kind of using editing like this as a reward because I'm really having a good time. So I'm trying to get my editing done so that I can get back to this. I have over 200 pages left, but I just can tell that I'm going to be just sucked into the story and not want to put it down because already it's just something I really enjoy. And it's not as whimsical as what I prefer. Like House in the Cerulean Sea to me is like the perfect amount of whimsy and found family and things that I like. But this isn't as whimsical, but I find it has the same charm to me. So hopefully it continues to be a really good read. And so those are my plans. I've got some lemon balm tea here. I've been really wanting tea because it's been so cold, and I am a chronically cold person. And so it's just been nice to hold it. And I'm going to get to editing video, finish that up, and get it live. And then I don't know what we'll do. Whatever the day may bring. The cats have been going crazy. So hopefully that calms down because they've literally been running through the house. My cat figured out how to get on the very top of the bookshelf. So now I have to deal with the fact that he can climb all the way to the top of the bookshelves. So yeah, you know, it's a bit of a morning here. So I finished Lonely Castle in the Mirror, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. It was so perfect. The end just really, really got me, and I really feel like sold the whole book for me. But it's such like a slow moving character study, but I think it's so relatable, and it's just really about all these kids dealing with different aspects of life and how we all are going through something and how they come together. And there's definitely that found family element in here that I love so much. And I just really, the ending, like without giving anything away, was just so sweet and really impactful. And I did not see it coming, and I don't feel like this is a book that is built up the way where it's supposed to have like a huge twist or anything. And I just think it was such a sweet story. I love the like fairy tale vibes in here because this is supposed to be reminiscent of some fairy tales. And yeah, it was so good. I would highly recommend if you haven't picked it up, and I'm just so happy I read this. This is definitely a new favorite for sure. It's on my favorite shelf, and yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about this book, and it really, really impacted me in a way I didn't think. I kind of like knew it might, but didn't think it would go as deep as it did for me. And yeah, it's a really slow burn story. If you're more of a character reader, it's definitely mostly character building versus plot. The plot sounds really interesting, but I don't think it's as focused on the castle as it is on, and the magic as it is on the characters of the story. So, but yeah, I love this so much, and read 2 books this reading vlog, and I just really enjoyed both of them. I think both for very different reasons. This was just a sweet novella story about I think he's coded as neurodivergent, and just it's just, yeah, it's a sweet story, and I had a great time with this. And then this one is a new favorite, and I just think it shows that we're all going through something, and just very sweet. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you next time.